Okay, hello English 321 students. I'm Dr. Hopkins. Nice to sort of meet you. I guess you get to see my face. I know a couple of you, I'm sure. But so I just wanted to make a video to quickly introduce the class and sort of the main points. I'm going to have another video very soon talking about the assignments of the class and kind of a semester overview. But this is just kind of introductory elements right now. So let's see. Okay, this is English 321. So just real quick, in this class, the main thing that we're concentrating on is that content is going to take a backseat to design in this class. So we're going to think more about documents in terms of what they look like and the technologies that we can use to create them and communicate with people more than we do like the sentence level, word level stuff. So that's kind of like the big idea of this class. Let's see, what else? We're going to be sharing and showing our work for critique from our peers a lot this semester, so commit to that right away, I guess. Okay, so the main thing that you need to know in terms of like nuts and bolts, we're going to be having Zoom meetings, so face-to-face synchronous things on Fridays at 9 a.m. So that's the only time we're going to meet together as a class, Friday mornings. And so otherwise you're going to see videos like this announcing things or clarifying questions or lectures and things like that. I'm going to be sending those out on Monday. Also, each week you're going to have a set of assignments, and I'm going to show you those in a little bit when I show you Canvas. Let's see. My notes disappeared, so I got to go. Okay. So in those meetings on Fridays, we're going to do an activity called Vote with Your Screen, I guess we're going to call it. Normally I call it Vote with Your Body. Typically what would happen is we'd be in a classroom and we'd have a statement on the board. And then based on how you feel about that statement, whether you agree or disagree, you'd put yourself somewhere in the classroom, on a spectrum from one side to the other. To show your agreement or disagreement with that. Since we don't have that, what we're going to do in our Zoom meetings is you're going to have to hold up something in your screen. So we'll have this side be agree and this side be disagree, and this side be neutral, sort of agree, sort of disagree, like that. And you guys are going to have to make something. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work, but something that you can hold up so you can show where you are. So that we can facilitate a discussion that way. Hopefully on Friday when we meet, that'll make more sense. The other thing we're going to do in these Zoom meetings is a little breakout group. So Zoom allows us to, I'm going to randomly just select you guys and put you in groups so that you can talk to each other, brainstorm ideas, talk about what's going on in your projects and stuff like that. So that's mainly what's going to happen in those Zoom meetings. So the breakout groups and then the Vote with Your Screen, I guess we'll call it. Another thing you need to know is the textbooks. So there are 2 textbooks for the class. This one, which is the Non-Designer's Design book, so you need to get this one as soon as possible. The first reading takes place for this this week. So if you're in Rexburg, I think you can get into the bookstore and get this. If you're not in Rexburg, you can look for it. It's pretty cheap. I think it's like 20 bucks or something like that from Amazon. So get that as soon as you can because the first reading does have to do with this. The main design principles are the main thing we're going to be talking about basically every single class that comes from this. So the other one is Style, Lessons in Clarity and Grace. We don't need that one until kind of the second half of the semester. So you've got a little bit of time. That one is more expensive, but it's a really good book and it's got lots of great exercises that we're going to work through with that to help us in terms of just words and stuff like that. So those are the main things to know right off the bat. I'm going to skip over to Canvas right now and give you an orientation of that. So here we go. All right, I'm going to put myself up here in the corner. Okay, so this is Canvas. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with this. Our class right here, it's called Tech for Professional Writers. So we'll click on that. And what that's going to do is open up to here. So the way I've organized it, I've got the syllabus and calendar up here. So open those and take a look. I'm going to make another video very soon to go over the semester as a whole, like I said. The course calendar is going to be the big thing. What this is going to do is just show you the way I've organized it. We have the weeks of the class, everything that's due that week, what we're going to do in our meeting, if there's some specific thing, and then I'm going to make videos every Monday. So these are just notes for me on what to do. So you can kind of see exactly what's due that week. Everything that I do is going to be in this home button. That's where I've organized everything. I've only got week 1 up right now. As the weeks go, I'll reveal more and more what's happening. So these are all the things that are due. So this first week, the main things I want you to do are an introduction video where you kind of talk into the camera and introduce yourself, a skills survey that I want you to take, a reading log that has to do with the non-designer's design textbook, and then an email etiquette scenario. We're going to talk about that kind of stuff, communicating in professional scenarios. So those 4 things are what are due this week. We're going to start with our major projects and all the stuff next week. So what you'll do is you'll just click on these. So for example, let's go through these first ones here. The introduction video. So you'll open it up and you'll see an explanation. Looks like Lexi has already turned one in. So good job. So I've got your prompt here and then how you do it. So you'll click reply and then you've got this button right here. No. Sorry. Ignore that. This button right here, record or upload media. So you'll click on that. I'm not going to click on it because I think it'll overload my computer with 2 cameras going at once. So you'll click on that, talk into the camera to answer these questions. And then from there, you'll upload that and be done with the introduction video. Skills survey, you're going to open up, and that's going to take you to a form that I want you to fill out and let me know. That's going to ask you about things like your past experience with editing software, design software, the things that we're going to be dealing with in this class this semester. The reading log is pretty self-explanatory. You're going to read, and then I've got just a couple of things that I want you to do and turn that in. For the most part, everything is going to be due Sunday night, which doesn't mean you have to do it on Sunday. You're going to have an entire week every week to get things done. So you can turn them in when during the week it makes the most sense for you to do them. And then the last thing we've got is an email etiquette scenario, where I've got a video that I've made talking about emails, and then I've given you a scenario that I want you to write an email answering or responding to that scenario. So that's week 1. And then again, everything is just going to show up like that. You're going to have every assignment that's due that week. Hopefully that's pretty straightforward and you're going to know what's due. I know the worst part about online courses is that you always feel like you're missing something or that you're doing something wrong. So hopefully you're going to be very aware of exactly what's due each week. If there's any questions, the best way to get in contact with me is through inbox here. So if you haven't used this before, in other classes, you just click on this compose new message, and you can find our class if you need to communicate with somebody else. Otherwise, all my communication is going to come through there. I'm not going to be sending emails. I think iLearn works the best. So, very first step thing that I want you to do is to get on, and I'm not sure exactly how you do it, but give yourself a avatar, a picture in iLearn of yourself. That's something like this so that I can see what you look like. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard for me to navigate because I just see a gray box that says no image available. So get that picture uploaded as soon as you can. If you can, I'm not even 100% sure you guys can do that. But that's first steps. Otherwise, here's the things that are due this week. And hopefully that's a good enough orientation. If you have questions, send them to me through inbox. Okay, so that's Canvas. All right, guys, so that is Canvas. My email through BYUI is hopkinss@byui.edu. I'll have it appear on the screen right here so you can see it. And send me a message there or just through the inbox in iLearn if you have any troubles or difficulties. Otherwise, hopefully things are pretty straightforward, and we'll get into the big assignments starting next week as we get oriented and everything. So that's all. Nice to meet you. We'll see ya.